Hello, gorgeous woman, and welcome to this recording on metabolic chaos and essentially how I work as a functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner and board certified holistic health practitioner. The scope of practice that I have is a lot different than mainstream conventional medicine. And I want to explain it because I think sometimes it can be confusing to people who aren't well versed in holistic wellness. But when you understand it, it makes all the sense in the world. So let's talk about what the heck metabolic chaos is. So, as humans, you and I maintain our health and our vitality through this phenomenal orchestration of everything working together: our cells, tissues, organs, systems, fluids in our body, and energy. All of those things operate together and they run on a set of instructions. They have this innate intelligence in every single cell of your body. Meaning, your cells know how to do their job. Like, you don't have to teach your cells how to do their job. A heart cell knows how to be a heart cell. A muscle cell knows how to be a muscle cell, and so on and so forth. So, every single second that your body is carrying out hundreds and hundreds of functions to keep you functioning and being healthy and moving your body and thinking, like, that is the sum of all of these cells, tissues, organs, and systems working together. And they work together on this program that we would know as the word metabolism. So when we're functioning properly and optimally, all of those metabolic processes, everything from digestion to immune function to hormones to detoxing to brain function, thyroid function, all of the things, literally every cell in your body, when they are functioning optimally, they are working in harmony with each other to maintain homeostasis and maintain balance in your body. And because our bodies are so smart, so intelligent, and so amazing at what they do, they are these incredible systems that, there is some flexibility in operating ranges of these metabolic processes. But whenever there becomes a loss in homeostasis or balance in one area or one system, it will actually cascade into other areas of the body. So that's what will eventually lead to the symptoms that you may be experiencing. So the dysfunction or the imbalance happens first, and then the symptom is what happens as a result of that dysfunction. Like, symptoms are not the problem, they are a result of the problem. And it's important for you to understand that oftentimes our symptoms that we're experiencing are very far removed from the actual critical system that is failing. So, this image that you see right here, this is called the chronic stress cascade. And if you have hidden stressors or dysfunctions in your body that are left unchecked or uncorrected, that will actually cascade downstream to other areas in your body. So, as one dysfunction leads into another dysfunction, depending on an individual weak link in metabolism, all manner of disease and symptoms may occur. So, the exact symptom or cluster of symptoms could be found in many people, but the actual root cause, that actual original malfunction or imbalance, could have occurred in an entirely different system. So, my mentor and founder of FDN, Reed Davis, coined the term metabolic chaos and this stress cascade to actually explain the progression of disease phenomenon in the body and just really explaining how everything is connected. So we can see here that hidden stress and imbalances, if not soon resolved, will cascade into other areas, and metabolic chaos ensues, causing serious dysfunction, leading to disease and symptoms. So, likewise, the same originating imbalance or dysfunction in the body can cascade into an entirely different set of weak links or vital voids in the metabolism from person to person. So, that can produce an entirely different set of symptoms. So, our symptoms are not the problem. Again, they are a result of an underlying problem. And maybe you've seen this root cause analysis before. So, it's saying that root causes can be, environmental toxins, food choices, poor sleep, stress, nutrient deficiencies, spiritual health, mental, emotional stress, inflammation, hormonal imbalances, inactivity, or gut issues, inflammation, all of that stuff. And I think a lot of people tend to focus on the symptoms or the diagnosis. And really, if you're just focusing on the symptoms, you're essentially just slapping a band aid on a bullet wound or taking a pill for an ill because it's never actually fixing the root cause of the symptoms and addressing the real issue. And then that root cause is left to just manifest under the surface and keep creating more problems down the road. So, health complaints and symptoms that you may be having can actually stem from one or more imbalances and dysfunctions in your body that are not directly connected to the symptoms that you're feeling. So, by properly investigating and actually assessing the underlying causes, you can stop using band aids or medications that only really give you temporary relief, and you can actually heal what is creating your symptoms. So, by identifying the healing opportunities, it provides you the keys to actually help you to actually get well and stay well naturally. Like I said before, just always remember that your symptoms or your diagnosis is not the problem, it's the result of a problem. And when you think of metabolic chaos, think of dis-ease, meaning without ease. If you broke the word down, it literally means without ease. So if you have been diagnosed with an autoimmune condition, PCOS, endometriosis, chronic illness, maybe you have chronic symptoms, migraines, pain, inflammation, that is not the problem. And something is causing that to happen in your body. So I'll throw myself under the bus here for a second. When I was at the spry age of 18 years old, I got the diagnosis of IBS. And so for about 10 years, I had chronic symptoms that started as bloating, pain, gas. I even found myself in the ER a couple of times because my bloating was so intense. And I was prescribed a pill for an ill, basically. I call IBS ignorant BS syndrome just because it's really, really this cluster of symptoms that's describing something that's happening, but they don't know the root cause of it. So, as you can imagine, my root cause of what manifested as IBS was never addressed. So, the older I got, the more hormonal problems I had, PMS, period problems. It really progressed as I got older into infertility, psoriasis, burnout, H. pylori, liver stagnation. I had a calcium shell, which is something going on with your minerals, insulin resistance, and autoimmunity. And it progressed. It got worse despite my efforts of eating healthy over the years and exercising because the root cause was never addressed. All while I was seeing doctors and specialists and having invasive procedures, always being told that everything looked normal. That's actually how I found FDN, and that's how I became an FDN and board certified holistic health practitioner because despite all of my professional experience in conventional medicine as a professional for almost 10 years, I knew how to advocate myself for myself, but I wasn't getting the answers that I needed to help my body. And so it got worse. I was forced to accept my symptoms as normal. And I was so young that my health was really starting to interfere with my everyday life. Nobody around me could understand what I was going through. I felt so isolated. And now, because I don't work in a specific manner as a practitioner, I work in a non specific manner. I take on a holistic whole body approach. I do not use the word disease. I like to use the terminology metabolic chaos. So, what are some of the hidden root causes of metabolic chaos? It could be dysbiosis, meaning an imbalance of your gut microbiome. Gut health is everything. It could be gut malfunction. Maybe you have a pathogen, parasite infection. Maybe you're not digesting or absorbing your nutrients as well as you should be. Maybe you have adrenal related malfunction going on, a circadian rhythm disruption. Again, this nutrient breakdown and absorption. Remember, if we're not absorbing our food, our cells can't get the energy or the nutrients or the raw materials that they need to actually function. And that can create issues in your body because your body can't absorb it. It's not going into the bloodstream and going to where it needs to go. So, some other hidden root causes of metabolic chaos are antioxidant imbalances, systemic inflammation, which could be caused by mold, bacteria, viruses, infections, candida, parasites, H. pylori. The list goes on. Could be mineral imbalances, toxic heavy metals, congested liver, immunodeficiency, detox problems. And these are really only a few of the hidden root causes of metabolic chaos and dysfunction and imbalance in the body that I see and deal with in my practice. So, once again, healing opportunities are identified, and that allows us to get to the root cause by doing these functional labs, these carefully selected functional labs. That's what's going to identify healing opportunities and doing a thorough health history assessment. Only then can you actually get individualized, time honored, natural protocols to be recommended that will change how the body functions. And then when your improvements are made, that is when true healing occurs. So there's a reason that my clients and clients of other FDNs get such incredible healing results because our scope of practice is different. And my clients have incredible results when they follow their customized protocol and blueprint and stay in the healing process. Now, there are no guarantees that can be made because we do not control the outcomes. Like, I cannot control everything that you put in your mouth. I can't control if you choose to follow the protocols. I can't control everything you do in a day, but I can reasonably expect that if you follow the protocols, your body will heal, symptoms will disappear, and health, balance, energy, and vitality will be restored. And in many cases of my clients, even having them be previously diagnosed with conditions, they have simply just vanished over time. Go back to their doctor, they get the blood work, and everything just vanishes. So that is due to healing the body and restoring it back to vitality and proper function. So, the idea of my programs is that women are opting into a self healing program. They can become aware of what's going on inside of their bodies and be highly motivated to follow the behaviors and therapies that will actually lead to improved health and function. So, instead of chasing symptoms, can you imagine if you had a step by step process that helped you actually identify the underlying root causes and dysfunction of your symptoms? And what if you had a method of correlating your test results with your symptoms and health complaints, and it actually validated you? You actually saw what was happening in your body, and that validated having a natural therapeutic protocol. And what if you had potent, proven, professional, and drug free protocols that help you improve your health instead of just talking or treating the symptoms? Like, how would that make you feel? How would that change life for you? How would that change the next year, 5, 10, 20 years for your health if you completely changed the trajectory of your health? So here's how I work. I use functional lab testing to identify those healing opportunities, those malfunctions, and those imbalances in the body. And I use them within the hormone, immune, digestion, detoxification, energy production, and nervous system. So if you look at that carefully, it's actually an acronym that spells out hidden. And so those are the hidden stressors in the body that can cause all types of symptoms and dis-ease within the body. I then go on to create drugless protocols and behavior requirements that are actually going to support your body and support the innate ability to heal with the tried and true protocol of a lovely acronym that we use, DRESS, and that stands for diet, rest, exercise, stress reduction, and strategic supplementation. So these are some of the things that I see in my practice. Feel free to pause and read through them. I'm not going to read through all of them, but these are some of the most common ones. And then when we really start digging in, we start seeing correlation with a ton of other symptoms as well. So this was just a little insight into how I work, the information on metabolic chaos, and what that looks like. And if you're interested in hearing more and learning more, and you're ready to actually get to the root cause of your problems and stop taking a stab in the dark, you want to work in a preventative approach. You want to change the trajectory of your health. You want a step by step program and process. And you want to stop the disease or dis-ease process in your body. Please reach out to me. We can hop on a 30-minute complimentary discovery call and then just dive deeper into your personal health experiences, who you are, your symptoms, your challenges, and your goals. So I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope this was insightful, and I hope to see you soon.